All right, boys, we are back, and it's time to head into the offseason with our Stanley Cup winning Quebec City Ace Nordiques. And what a year it was. What a playoff run. What a regular season. Our most total points during a regular season, and we won another cup. Second time in 3 years. So the run for the dynasty is still intact. We're not a dynasty yet, but it is still intact. And another crazy playoff run that is very similar to the one that we had 2 years ago. I mean, never once, technically, did we have our backs up against the wall. The Rangers, we beat them in 5. The Sabres, we beat them in 5. Canes beat them in 6. And the Kings, we beat them in 6. So we never had an elimination game. But, in rounds 3 and rounds 4, we did trail each one of those series 0-2 after the first 2 games. And technically, it's not an elimination game, but both those games, game 3, we had to win. You know what I mean? We had to. LA Kings, we won, and then we won 4 straight. Same thing with the Canes. Game 3, we won. We never looked back, right? So, again, technically, we never had our backs up against the wall, but if you fall down 0-3 in a series, I mean, that's pretty much all she wrote. So it made a little bit more of a dangerous, desperate playoff run, but in the end, it made it more of an exciting playoff run. So we won that Stanley Cup, but now all good things must come to an end. We have to go into the offseason, and we have some real decisions to make, all right? I know the trading rumors are going to pop up once again for that Dauphin guy, but no way, no how is he taking anyone off the first line, all right? First line of the future is Kapitanov, Huberdeau, and Eberle. But the second line now, the second line's been great for us. I'd like to keep it together, but players like McCallick, I mean, he's got to be, 33, 34 by now, something like that? Mueller, he's got to get to like 32, 33. So I would like to keep these guys because, we're Stanley Cup caliber team with these players. Oh, wait, Calder Cup champions, San Antonio. Did we win the Calder as well? I think we did. Hang on. That could be good, man. Barkov and Mantha for next year. But that's what I'm talking about, right? Eventually, you kind of have to say, you have to take the path like the Chicago Blackhawks did when they won the first Stanley Cup, right? Look at the team they had, and then they had to unload guys like Bufflin, Versteeg, Niemi, who else? Andrew Ladd, I think, right? Like they had to unload a lot of players after that Cup run. So I want to hold on to these guys, but this is going to be a big year for salary. We got to sign like Ekblad, we got to sign Eberle, we got to sign all these players. So I don't think I'm going to be making any crazy trades here at the deadline, but when it comes to free agency, when we get to free agency, we might want to make some trades, all right? I'm not going to rule it out. But as for trading anyone here at the deadline, I don't think I'm going to, just because, well, we'll see what what retirements we have here, okay? So, retirement screen. Remember, we're going into year 7 now, so you're going to see a lot of stuff. Cronwall on Boston, he's gone. Keep going down here. I'm just looking for the big names. No, I was like Jonathan Bernier. No, we are good still. We should be at the bottom, right? Yeah, we should be. No, we're in alphabetical order. All right, so QC. We've only lost John Wild. I don't even know who that guy was. Okay, and we lost him. So, didn't look like we lost anybody else on our team, which is good news. Okay, and then goaltenders. Let's just make sure we're not losing any Eddie Lack or Markstrom because these guys are our 1-2 punch. You never know, man. I need a drink. Hang on. Yeah, that's much better. All right. So, we're up at the year 6 draft. What do I want to do? Yeah, I guess we can take a look. Remember, I'm not going to be moving up in the draft this year, but we'll just take a look at the prospect game, see all the overalls in the top left corner, see if there's any studs out there, okay? So I'm looking for anyone in the 70s. 66 grinder, Bruce Lorentz. 80, Jesus. Sean McCarty. He's probably like the first overall pick, all right? So Sean McCarty, right wing. I'll remember that. 76. Julian Morrison. All right, so Julian Morrison and McCarty, 2 M's. Okay. Oh, my God, there's a few of them, yeah. All right. I'm not going to, oh, my God, Pat Zigamanis. All right, so there's a lot of good ones here. I wish I could, mark them. You know what I mean? So when I go into it, there's a lot of... All right. So I'll just remember the top 3 then. Oh, excuse me. Jeez. All right. Nicholas Turner. Yeah, there's a lot of them. So I'd imagine that there's probably a really good top 10 this year. Perzina, he's a 73 overall sniper. I like that. Turner... And then the 2 M's, right? Like McCarty and Morrison. Yeah. You know what? Sean McCarty, I really want to just get this guy if I can. Well, I mean, he's probably the first overall pick. 2-way forward, so I'd imagine his defensive awareness is up there. That gets his overall up there. But now we'll just go to the scouting reports. Let's see who is going first overall. Hacker. So McCarty is going second overall. That Perzina guy is going 3rd overall. All right, go down here. Let's see goalies. All right. Don't want any goalies, though. We have our goalies of the future. Let me just see. Is there anybody down here with the names? Turco, I think, was one, right? 6'7", geez, enforcer, Jesse Turco. No, I think that guy was like 33 overall or something. Yeah, see, I wish I could, like, mark those guys. I'm not going to remember the names. Whatever. Nicholas Turner, I think that one was one as well, right? Yeah, whatever. All right, so let's get into this draft. I'll take a look at my contracts quickly. Not that it's going to matter because the potential doesn't drop anymore. So we'll just quickly take a look at our team. We got Eddie Lack, Markstrom, 85 and 84. Yeah, we're fine there. Defenseman. All right, so Yuri Kapitanov is still 88 overall. Let's see our potential players. Reinhardt still got the red star. Riley's got the red star. Ekblad's got the red star. Pouliot got the red star. But Reinhardt and Pouliot might be ready to play next year. 78 overall with the jump upcoming, right? So should take a look at that in the future. All right, all these guys. Let me just go forwards. Huberdeau, 89. Yeah, that's good. And let me just check these potentials. Mantha stayed at the Gold Star. Henriksen stayed at the Gold Star. And Huberdeau stayed at the Gold Star. Barkov is still a Red Star. So we didn't have anybody drop. That's all in the new update. Actually, let me go back to contracts. There's one thing that I wanted to take a look at that I forgot about. Age. Campbell McCallick, 34 years old, right? Now, he's only got one more year on his deal, so it's not like I can trade him anyways. I might as well sign him. But, yeah, that's something that we got to think about. Same thing with Mueller's 31. He's young enough. He can keep on playing, and we have him signed for another year anyways. But McCallick, right? I mean, I'd love to keep him. He's still 34. He's still good. He helped us win that cup. This guy's a great player for us. I mean, look what he's done for us. How many years have we had him now for? I can't remember. At least 2 years. So 25 goal season. All right, he's a plus player. And during the playoffs, what has he done? He's been with us for... okay, he's been with us for 3 years because the 21 games played, that was our playoff run. So 21 goals, 45 points, 25 goals, 65 points, 24 goals, 54 points. And in the playoffs, the year that we won the cup, 11 points. Last year, the first round exit, 2 points. But then this year, when we won the cup again, he was filthy on that second line, 19 points in 23 games. All right? Well, you know what? That actually reminds me. You guys probably want to see all that stuff. So, okay, the awards and all that, right, okay. So, we'll get the draft done in this video, don't worry, I'm just trying to remember everything here. Stats, so we'll go to player stats of the playoff, we'll see who was our best performers for us, and then we'll check out the award screen, see who did what, and I think no, never mind. Yeah, I think our AHL team is the San Antonio Rampage. I'm pretty sure it is, right? So I think we won the Calder as well. So Jonathan Huberdeau, our captain, was our best player in these playoffs, all right? 27 points in 23 games. That's what I'm talking about, Jonathan Huberdeau. And no one even talks about this guy. And that's almost like the best compliment you can give someone, right? It's not even a question if this guy's a first-line center. There is no controversy. He is a first-line center. You don't have to worry about him. He'll quietly just rack up the points. And he did this playoff run. 27 points in 23 games, 8 goals, all right? Jordan Eberle, the microscope man, he came back down to earth a little bit in that last round, but 20 points in 23 games, that is more than enough. And our leading goal scorer, well, probably not. I think Kapitanov was our leading goal scorer, but out of the forwards, our leading goal scorer. So good job. Mueller, 19 points in the playoffs, McCallick, 19 points, and Shore, 15 points. See what I mean about that second line? That's a filthy, dilthy second line, man. They're getting stuff done down there. Bickle, 9 points in 23 games. What a playoff performer. He actually beat out Matthias this year in the playoffs. Matthias turned into just an average player this year in the playoffs, which is fine. I'm fine with that, right? 2 years ago, he had a really good playoff run, but he was a depth performer for us this year. All right, and all these guys, yeah, we had a bunch of players play the playoffs this year because of the injuries. Kapitanov, 22 points, so didn't beat Huberdeau in points, but he was our leading goal scorer. All right, tied Eberle in the assists. Ekblad, 15 points in 15 games. Damn, point-a-game player. Ekblad, man, this guy, he got our Stanley Cup winner a few years ago, and now he's a point-a-game defenseman in the playoffs. All right, I mean, he's the same as Kapitanov, basically, 6 games less, but. He's a point a game. Myers, 14. Riley, 14. Braun, 7. Yeah, all these guys. And then goaltenders. Looks like after all, Markstrom, he played like the better goalie. He got more games played than Eddie Lack, but I'm not getting rid of Eddie Lack, boys. Eddie Lack is our regular season performer. Markstrom is the backup who comes in if we need him in the playoffs. It's worked perfectly for us twice now. Last year, I tried mixing up a little bit, and we didn't go far, right? This year, I did exactly what we did 2 years ago, and what happens? We win the cup again. Jesus, what great stats. Only 14 games played, right? But still, great stats for Markstrom right there. All right, so that's taken care of. And now last but not least, oh, you know what? Hang on a second. Let me just go to this. Yeah, our San Antonio Rampage, we won the Calder. So what a year for us. We won the AHL Calder and the NHL Stanley. Beautiful. Stats Central. So award screen. So Quebec City Aces, 2 out of 3 years, very nice. President's Trophy, the Edmonton Oilers took it this year, even though we had more points than we did in the 2016-2017 season. So I still think we had a great regular season. Prince of Wales, second time in 3 years. Art Ross, Yuri Kapitanov, he beat out Jonathan Drouin. Hart Memorial, Alexander Ovechkin. James Norris, Yuri Kapitanov, best defenseman in the league. Lady Byng, Yuri Kapitanov. Calder Memorial, Nikita Kucherov. Conn Smythe, Jonathan Huberdeau. Couldn't disagree there. Vezina Trophy, Braden Holtby. William M. Jennings, Braden Holtby. Bill Masterton, Jamie Oleksiak. Frank J. Selke, Jonathan Taves. Ted Lindsay, Braden Holtby. Maurice Richard, Laurent Dauphin. Jonathan Drouin, Laurent Dauphin. Yeah, these guys are the best goal scorers in the NHL right now, for sure. All right, but I don't see their names on any Stanley Cups. Jordan Eberle's got 2. He can't hear any of the criticism. He's got 2 Stanley Cup rings plugging his ears. All right, so we've taken care of all of that. We've taken care of the awards. It's about time to go into the draft, all right? So let's get into the draft. Let's see where we sit. I mean, I think we're just 30th, right? We don't even have a draft pick. Yeah, we don't even have a draft pick this year. So look at that. Dallas has 1 and 3. Pittsburgh's got 2 again. Poor Pittsburgh. They got McDavid, Crosby, Malkin, Letang. They still can't figure a way to get back in the playoffs. So proposed trade. What was Pittsburgh's pick there? Because I saw them at the end as well. Hang on. It wasn't my pick, right? Pittsburgh. They had 2 picks? No, never mind. I thought I saw Pittsburgh at the end again. Let's see what Dallas's pick was. Let's see here. Dallas. It was New Jersey. All right. So let's see if there's anybody on our team that we can trade. No picks this year. I got my draft picks. Yeah, I got all my draft picks coming up again. I haven't traded away future picks. So what I'll do is we'll start from goaltenders. I just want to see if there's anybody on our team with decent trade value. I'm holding on to Lack and Markstrom, especially Markstrom. 5 years at 1.75, hell yeah. And that I can afford to sign Lack now as well. No trade value. Nope, you're not going anywhere. Nope, you're not going anywhere. And nope. Okay, so I basically... all the people who have some trade value are players that I'm not trading away, okay? So this is an inactive draft. We are not doing anything, all right? Less is more in these situations, all right? But we'll check out the Dallas Stars and the Pittsburgh Penguins just for the top 3 picks right there, all right? Dallas and Pittsburgh. Yep. Yeah, that's good. So auto draft. I don't need to draft with my second pick. It'll be like the 60th overall pick because I won the cup, all right? So no point. So Dallas and Pittsburgh, let's just take a look at what those rookies were all about. I know you guys always ask me to take a look at the top 3 prospects, especially now that the update's in and we're past the first 3 years. You'll see some crazy players now. I've actually been quite impressed with the prospects that they've put in this game in the last week or so. Just my own personal GM modes. So let's see. Yeah, look at this guy. Sean McCarty. I knew it. 2-way forward. And this is the reason. Watch his defensive awareness. Is probably 83. That really jacks him up there, right? 84 offensive awareness. This guy, yeah, he's NHL ready. He's not a stud right out the gate. But look, oh, you know what? Look at that speed. Never mind. I take that back. Yeah, he's good, man. So I don't know. I have no reason why they can't be a good team here. They got McDavid, McCarty now, Crosby, Malkin, Neal, McDavid, Bennett, Suter. It's probably their goalie. Yeah, Fleury, 84 overall goalie right there. That's the reason. He probably only gets like 30 starts a year as well, so they got like 50 starts with this guy. God, how is Pittsburgh not a good team? And the Dallas Stars. Let's take a look at the 1st and 3rd overall pick here. So I think Pittsburgh got a pretty good pick there with the 2nd overall pick. Now, all skaters for here. Hackert, Raymond Hackert. Yeah, 4.5 star. Now you can say that. Well, no, this guy was the 3rd pick, right? A playmaker. So you can see how the other guys picked the 2-way forward before this guy. That makes sense. I still think he'll be a really good player though, playmaker at that. So he'll be real good. And then it was obviously a goalie, maybe. Yeah, it must have been a goalie. Let's see what goalie they drafted. Holy shit. There you go. So you see what I mean, boys? We're getting some good prospects now in GM modes. It's gonna be nice for the future. But yeah, that's actually a really good pick for Dallas because Jack Campbell, he topped off at 83. They had no other prospect goalies. This guy's 20 years old, 66 overall with 4.5 Green Star potential. Pretty good. And I can already hear it right now. Trade for that goalie. Trade for that goalie. Nah, son. We're a team that's in their prime right now. I'm going to say it. We're the best team in the NHL. Not just because we won the Cup this year, but, like, we've won the Cup 2 times in the last 3 years now. You know what I mean? We've been the best Stanley Cup team for the last, been one of the best NHL teams for the last 3 years. Last year, I tried to break it up. I tried to screw up the regular season. Matt Green, I didn't figure out in time. Last year was just a bad year. When I'm on top of my game here with this team, with everybody performing the way they should be, this is a top-notch team. So Eddie Lack and Markstrom, 1 more year for Lack, but we can easily re-sign him next year. If I can sign this guy, I'm going to sign him. Yeah, 2-way deal because he's a pretty good goalie. He's a minor starting goalie, so might as well. Let's give him a 1-year, 2-way. Yeah, 2-way deal. 2 years at 2-way. All right, get that guy back. And Tebow, I'll get you as well. You guys can be our 1-2 punch down there. All right, yep. Right there for Tebow, Brendan Tebow. Now, Moody, I don't need Moody. I can release you. I can get rid of all these goalies now. We will clean up our roster a little bit. Jeez, I got a lot of goalies down here. Jesus, what's all these goalies? The computer must have drafted them for me, and I never signed them. Come on now. Carcillo, release you. There you go. All right. Kapitanov. All right, so here we go. Before I go, Kapitanov and Ekblad. Oh, my. All right, and Myers, and Kulikov, and Goodbranson. All right, so this is what I'm talking about, boys. It's a big friggin' year for signing. Percy, just want to get all the easy stuff taken care of first, all right? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine for you, Percy. There you go. If he doesn't crack my team, I can trade him at the deadline. He'll have some good trade value. He'll get a jump. I'll sign all these guys. Yep, that's fine. There you go. I got a lot of prospects to sign here. Matt Finn, yep, all these guys. Jeez. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this guy's going to jump in a year or two, looks like. All right, come down here. There you go. How many more friggin' defensive prospects do I have? None? Good, good, good. All right, so I can release these guys. I should trade away my prospects when I don't sign them, because then they just become unrestricted free agents like 2 or 3 years down the line, and it just takes some time here. So Everly, Hayes, Biggs, I don't know if I can sign Biggs. He'll probably want a 1-way, so I'll wait on that. All right, release you. Bolesky, release you. There you go. All right, that's all the right wingers taken care of. Left wingers, McCallick, Bickle. All right, Bickle's still here at 33 years old. I thought he might retire soon. Henriksen, he's got to get a deal this year. So I'll release you. There you go. And I'll release you. Okay. Cleaning up the team. And last but not least, centers. Gregory Campbell, 35. I'm going to release 35 overall. His potential's dropped as well. Okay. I can find more Gregory Campbells out there. He was a good depth player for us in the playoffs, but we can find more of that. McNeil, Biggs, all these young rookies that are coming up. I'm going to hold off on that, McNeil. I don't want to give you a one-way deal until I get the big studs signed. Louis Negrin, I want to sign this guy. This guy was our draft pick, our sniper draft pick. Yeah, 2-way deal. Yeah, it's fine for me right there. That suits my needs. Hurdle. It'd be nice if we're going to see if Barkov gets a jump this year. He's still only 23, so he's got a few more years getting better. But who knows, man? Barkov might be able to be good enough to crack our team in a year or two. I'd like that, just as a 3rd or 4th liner. I don't care. I'll play him. All right, so we've gotten that all taken care of. Now, all skaters overall. Okay, so we got Huberdeau and Morgan Riley. 2 more years for both these guys. All right, so 2 years is the big one. Yeah, 2 years for sure. Okay, so because it's up in 2 years, what we're going to do is we're going to sign the big names long-term right now, and then when we got to sign Huberdeau, we match them up to the other contracts. We're not going to sign these guys for 2 years. We want to give these guys big-time contracts. So Yuri Kapitanov, 3 years in the NHL so far. That's what he's done. Really good for us, all right? Playoff performer, hell yeah. This guy's a stud, so he deserves money. I want to sign him long-term. I don't want to offer him that much. Yeah, 7. I'm just trying to think. Quick math in my head. You know what? I'll give him a 6-year deal. Yeah, 6 is good, because then I can save some money with him. So 7, I can take it down to around... Quick math, baby. Yeah, I think I can do that. So 6 years at 6.250. All right, we'll give that for Yuri. Aaron Ekblad, this guy's got to get money as well. Our top 2 defensemen. Ooh. All right, so 6 years. Yeah, 6 years. That's perfect. 6 years, I could drop it to 585. Yeah, I could go there. There you go. 6 years. Very nice. Tyler Myers, want to give this guy a deal, but I want to, see, what I'm going to do with Myers, though, I'm not going to give Myers the 6 years because he's a top 4. I'm going to give him 3 years because I can give him the least amount of money. I want to sign the players that I want long-term, but Tyler Myers is somebody that, He's been good to us, but definitely a trading asset if we start to run into cap issues. Okay. No, I got nothing against Myers. It's just that we got to give money to other defenders. End of story. Like Riley in 2 years, right? So that's perfect for Myers. 3 years. Hold on to him for 2 years. Trade him after that third year when you got to re-sign Huberdeau and Riley. Jordan Eberle. So let's see how much money we can save. 5.7 before. Whoa, he wants a lot. Never mind. I thought I could save a lot of money with Jordan Eberle. So we're gonna do the same thing with Jordan Eberle. Sign him to 3 years, just like Tyler Myers, right? And if we can't afford him in that third year, then we can unload him. Okay? Yeah, just because Huberdeau is more important to the team than Eberle. I love Eberle, but Huberdeau is still more important. So this guy wants a raise, it looks like. I can understand. He deserves it. So we'll go down to 6.250. So you know what? Now it is looking like Dauphin is a more valuable player. I'll admit it now. I thought I might be able to get Eberle for a little bit cheaper. So I'll agree with you guys for that. So I'm going to hold off on signing all these other players. I want to see if we get these studs on our team first, all right? And you know what? This is kind of going long. I want to make sure I don't lose all this footage again. I don't want to redo this. Myers is back. Eberle is back. Negrin is back. Yeah, there's our goalies. Kapitanov signed. Aaron Ekblad signed. Matt Finn. All right, all these guys. Good. So we got everyone signed. We still have $25 million. Just hang on 1 second. All right, that's much better. Just wanted to make sure I didn't lose any of that stuff. So we got all those big-time players signed for 6 years now. Our highest-paid player is Kapitanov and Eberle at 6.25. All right, I know Kapitanov is worth more, but you know what? It's making sense about it. Kapitanov is 22. Eberle is 29. He's got to get his big-time money now. You know what I mean? Kapitanov can sign a 6-year deal and be 28 when he comes out of it. Still 1 year younger than Eberle, right? So yeah, Eberle's got to make his money. I can understand that. But going back to the Dauphin argument. Yep, before I made the argument that I'd be able to sign him for cheaper. That didn't come true, so I see what you're saying now about Dauphin. It does make sense. So we got all those guys signed, so now what we have to do is fill up the rest of the team, all right? We're going to go back to this. So we got Kapitanov, Ekblad, Myers, and Riley as our top four. Kulikov and, Goodbrand. Oh, no, Kapitanov is a forward. What am I talking about? Yeah, so we got to sign Kulikov. I'm thinking all these players at the 3-year deal. Well, we can sign Kulikov for 4 years because it's actually cheaper. Yeah. All right, so I'll give Kulikov the 4 years. But I'm thinking that's what it is. All these older players, another 2 years on this team, and then the third year probably traded away because that's the switch over. That's when you have to not rebuild but reload just because of salary cap issues. You're gonna run into them. So I think for this I can go down to 4.5. Yeah, I think I can go down to 4.5 right there for Kulikov. Goodbranson, we'll sign him as well. 3 or 4 years is perfect. 2 years. I'll give you a 3-year deal. Yeah, give you a 3-year deal here. Goodbranson. All right, so hang on. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to just give him a 2-year deal. I'm just kind of wary about if his overall drops and then I can't trade him with 3.9, and I don't want that issue when salary cap comes up. So you know what? I'm just going to give Goodbranson a 2-year deal. I could probably give him, I can go down to 3.5. Yeah, there you go. 3.5 for 2 years for Goodbranson. That takes care of our defensive core. I'll wait on you and Braun and Martinez. Hang on. Let me just take care of all the important players. McCallick, I want to sign just because if we're going to trade him, we can trade him. 1-year deal. I'll give him a 2-year deal so that we can... No, I'll give him a 1-year deal, boys, because you know what? If I give him a 2-year deal, then he might drop for next year because he's 35 overall, and then I can't trade him. No. 1-year deal, all right? This guy, just 1-year deal. There you go. At 6.9, I can go down to... Yeah, let's go down to 5.25. I could probably go down a little bit lower, but you know what? Whatever. All right, McCallick, all these guys. Tyrell, I think I want to get Dan and Tyrell back for the 4th line. Yeah, he's a good depth player. Yeah, we'll get Tyrell back. Negotiate that new contract. 1 year, all these guys, 1-year contracts. All right, yeah, that works for me. Want to keep this salary cap in check. Jimmy Hayes, what's your defensive awareness still like? Oh, yeah, you can come back. I just want to double-check all these players, all their individual stats, because I don't want another Matt Green situation. All right, I want another strong year now. There you go. Yeah, it's good, 1.950. Okay, Hayes, Bickle. We got to sign Bickle just for... He's got to retire on this team. I'm sorry. He can be scratched. He can become a scratchable player that only plays in the playoffs when we get injuries. I'm fine with that, but he's retiring on this team. He's a year or two away from retire. I thought he might retire this age, right? I mean, 33 is not that old, but when the player is like 70-something overall, it does start to become a little bit of a problem. Now, Biggs and McNeil. I got to sign all these guys as well to 1-year deals. 1-year deal, Biggs. There you go. McNeil. We have plenty of cap space, boys. It's not going to be a problem. All right, Mark McNeil, sign you as well. There you go. 275. All right, so let me just advance a day here. Let's see which players we have left over. I think I have a handful of defensemen like Braun, Martinez, Krug, all those guys. But I just want to get my starting 18 out there. So we got Bickleback, we got Kulikov, we got Goodbranson, McCallick, Hayes, Tyrell, Biggs, and McNeil. Ooh. All right, so we got $10 million left though now, okay? So let's see the players we have left to sign. Braun, Martinez, Griffin, Reinhart, and Henriksen. So we have everybody signed here. Yep, we got everyone signed there. Goaltenders, got everyone signed. So this is what I mean about cap space. We're still fine for this year, right? But add in a Dauphin now. That's another 5.7, right? It works. We could do it. But it's like the years after when we got to sign Huberdeau in a year, basically, right? Or in 2 years. So you know what? It's right. I mean, he would fit on our team. He would if I traded Everly. But you know what? I like this team. I want to keep this team together. I'll take a look at his trading value in free agency, though. All right, so Henriksen, I'm thinking I should sign this guy long-term right now and get him at a good deal. I mean, I know you guys aren't thinking that he's going to be anything special, but I agree. It's a waste to sign him to that if he doesn't turn out to be anything. You know what? Maybe 6 years. 1.850. Yeah, I'm going to give him a 6-year deal at 1.850. All right, I can afford that. He's going to jump. I'm going to take a leap of faith on this Thomas Henriksen. All right, 1.75 for 6 years. There it is. I've done it. I can't do it. I can't undo it. I've just done it. Griffin Reinhart, we're going to give you holy shit, they're saying he's going to jump big time in the next 8 years. Well, we'll see. I'll give you a okay, yeah, one way. Jesus, I'm not going to give you a 2-year deal. 2 years, he wants 3.5. You haven't done anything. All right, there you go. Yep. You know what? It's going to be interesting to see what kind of players jump this year. We got a lot of 4.5-star players, and a lot of them are asking for a lot of money in the next few years, so this is going to be interesting. Alec Martinez, this guy's been a great depth defenseman for us. He's asking for $2 million, though. It might actually be good to let him go to another team. Braun, this guy was part of our, 85 for defensive awareness. This guy's coming back on our team. This guy's a starter. I got to give him money. No, 1 year. There you go. At $3 million. Yep, that's good for me. All right, so let's simulate another day here. Let's see what happens. Let's see how much money we have. I'd like to have a good 6.5, $7 million going into free agency. I mean, yeah, I could sign Martinez. What do we have defensively, though? That's the thing, right? We have the young rookies who are coming up who can play instead. So, not counting Kapitanov, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got the top 6. And then Martinez, if we don't sign him, we got Krug, Reinhart, Percy. Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna release Martinez. And this year, when we get the playoffs and when we have injuries, we can bring up Krug, Pouliot, Percy, and Reinhart. All right, and even Murphy and Uli. Yeah, we have plenty of guys. We can give these young rookies the chance now, okay? Yeah. But you see what I mean about in 2 years, we have to rethink and I think retool. I think this year we'll be fine, but in 2 years, Mueller's 33, McCallick's 36, Bickle's retired. Huberdeau wants like $9 million per year, right? Riley wants like $5 million per year. So we got to worry about that in 2 years. But for the next 2 years, we can dominate, all right? And that's where we become a dynasty. In 5 years, we've already had 3 years of the dynasty. For another 2 years, a 5-year dynasty. It seems like it's perfect for it, right? And then in that 6th year, you have to trade everyone away and the dynasty ends. You can still try to win the Stanley Cup, but the good old faces that have been around for the last few years are now gone. I think that's the perfect setup. No team can stay together forever. I mean, Sergei Fedorov left Detroit. Matt Sundin left Toronto. Daniel Alfredson left Ottawa. Eventually, you have to make that change, right? So, can't hold on to everybody. So, here's the free agents. Let's see who's available. Bjugstad. All right, so not really any, studs, but some depth players here. I mean, third-line checkers and all that good stuff, so that's not bad. Hunter Shinkaruk looks like he didn't turn out anything for the Vancouver Canucks, but we could sign him just to sign him, see what happens, right? Goaltenders. Yeah, so there's a bunch of just depth players in the in free agency this year, right? Look at this, man. Ryan Pulock, and Shinkaruk. Man, that draft did not turn out to be too good. All right, so all these players down here, and I'll just show you guys the overall. All right, I'll just go down so you guys can see all the players. You can I don't know, any suggestions. So there you go, all those players right there. And last but not least, I'll just show you guys what our lineups would look like right now if we started. So all those players that you just saw on the list and all of our rookies, who should we add into the team? I don't think we can make any trades. I think it's kind of useless, right? But goaltenders, we got Lack and Markstrom. Defensively, we got Ekblad, Myers, Riley, Kulikov, Goodbranson, and Braun. All right, it worked out for us last year. And then forwards, we got Kapitanov, Huberdeau, and Eberle. McCallick, Shore, Mueller, top 6. Clifford, Matthias, Terrell, Hayes, Hartikainen, and there we need either Biggs, Bickle, McNeil. So everything is the same except for a fourth liner and then maybe a defender. But you know what? It's really just the fourth liner. Do you want to go with, what's his name, Bickle this year, or should we get a better fourth liner? We could do it. We got the cap space, right? And I'd like to prepare if Bickle is not ready to play this year, because that defensive awareness has dropped to 82 now, right? So I will leave it to you guys. You let me know. It's been a long GM mode, but we've taken care of off-season. The next video, we can see all the players jump, and we'll get the year 7 started, and I will see you guys there.